Hey muchachos, this video we're going to talk about the verb ser, which in English is the infinitive phrase to be. Remember we said an infinitive phrase is the verb. It's either of doing or being. This is one of the verbs that we talk about being. So be plus the word to in front, okay? So we're going to do two charts here. This is the one in Spanish, and then we'll do this one in English. So let's do the English one first. So if remember this top one, these little charts here, they always go in the same place. So if I'm talking about myself, I is here, you, again, remember two different ways to say you in Spanish, and he and she, we, and then two different ways to say you guys, but we don't do that one, we'll just do this one, and then they, okay? So in English, it's I am. So that's if I'm talking about myself, I'm trying to use this infinitive phrase to be. I don't say I to be, I say I am. You are. And again, since we don't use the old-fashioned way, thou art, we just say there's two different ways to say you are. Because if they use one or the other in Spanish, we'll still translate them to you are. He is, she is, and it is. Okay? Over here, we have we are. Now we're getting into the plural side. And then this would be another way to say you guys are, but they don't even use that in Spanish. So we'll say you guys are. And then they are. Okay, and then we talked about corresponding. That's a geometry term. And so we get to where, if we're trying to figure out if we know what we're trying to say in English, you go to the corresponding box on the Spanish chart, and then that's where you find your answer, okay? Now, let me write them in Spanish, and then I'll go back in and add my pronouns, okay? So let's see. Let's do, hopefully you can see this. So we're going to have soy, and then eres. Again, soy means I am. Eres means you are. And then es could mean any one of these things. It could mean you are, he is, she is, or it is. Then for we are, we have somos. And then over here we have son. Okay? And again, if you're trying to remember what these mean in English, then here's your chart over here. Again, top right, come over here to the top right. Okay, so let's go back through, and we're going to write in my subject pronoun so you know which one it goes with. Okay? This one goes with yo. So yo soy. And I think we talked about that as well, where soy means I am, yo soy means I am, right? Yo is optional. Same thing with tú eres, you are. And then this s could go with usted. That's the other way to say you are. El and ella. Remember, we don't have a separate one for it is. It's just s. It's included in the s, if that's appropriate, okay? Somos goes with nosotros. And son goes with ustedes, ellos, and ellas. Again, three different ways to say, well, ustedes means you guys are, and then ellos and ellas would be they are. Okay? Okay, so there's my verb ser. And ser is how we talk about where people are from. We had a lot of that in the last unit. De donde eres, yo soy de. Okay, we saw a lot of those forms. And then this unit, we're going to be talking, we have a lot of adjectives. And so we're talking a lot about describing people. Artistic and athletic and funny and disorganized and studious and all those things, okay? So this is the verb we need to be able to describe people. So if we're trying to say, he is funny, él es cómico. She is tall, ella es alta, all right? So we'll be using these, the verb ser to be able to talk about that. Okay,